Hi. Today I read of this story of a rich person who actually just at random just decided to be generous. And so he went someplace where there were poor people and he knocked on one door in a house of a very poor man. And when this man got out of the house, he wondered and said like, "What can I do for you?" And so this rich man just took $100 and just gave this person $100. And so this poor man wondered and said, "What's this for?" And then the rich man said, "Well, I just want to give it to you. Just use it, enjoy it." And so the poor man said, like, "Oh, okay." And then the next day, this rich man came back again to this poor man's house, knocked at his door, and then when the poor man went out of the door, it's like he just gave another $100. And so the poor man wondered, like, "What's this for?" And the rich man said, like, "Well, it's just for you to enjoy. Just enjoy it." And so the poor man said, like, well, thanks. And then he closed the door. The next day came, and just about the same time on this previous days, you know, this rich man again came to this guy's door, and when he was knocking at the door, he saw an envelope there, and just with a note, it's like just put my $100 here. It's kind of like the man was already expecting this guy's gonna come anyway, and just give that $100 again. And true enough, this rich man just took a $100 bill and placed it inside that man's envelope right there at the door. And so he left. The next day came by and the same thing happens. It's, the poor man has just put an envelope there and said, like, put my $100 here. So it's pretty obvious that the poor man has kind of been expecting, and it's the same as usual, this rich man is going to come at exactly 8 in the morning and he's going to come and give me my $100. But one day, while he was waiting, he wondered. It's like it's 8 o'clock, but he hasn't heard a knock on the door. And then right there at his window, he saw this rich man like pass by, and like he noticed that this rich man was knocking at his neighbor's house door. And so he said like, "Hey, wrong house. It's over here." But then the rich man just continued on, and he saw this rich man giving $100 to his neighbor. He says, "Hey, it's the wrong house. It's here." But then the rich man didn't budge and just move on his way. The next day, he was looking forward to that rich man again, and hoping that exactly 8 o'clock the rich man would knock on the door. But he didn't. But then when he heard the knock, he saw that this rich man was actually going to the next man's door again. And so he got mad and said, "Hey, that's the wrong house. He doesn't even deserve to receive such a money. He's grumpy, he's noisy. I am here." And he got mad about the whole thing, the whole idea. Well, let me stop just right there because that's something worth reflecting upon. You know, uh, we all are recipients of some sort of good thing, of some sort of blessing in life. Blessings and good things and favors that we didn't necessarily deserve, but you know, uh, in God's goodness, He gave it anyway. And there's so much to be thankful for it. There's so much reason to be in an attitude of gratitude from day to day. It's just sometimes this comes almost every day, and we kind of try think it's just but due us. We expect it, and it's just gonna be there. It's just gonna be for us. When sometimes it doesn't really come, and worse, as far as we are concerned, sometimes we see it happening and coming to the other person around the end. They're like, especially somebody that we don't really feel good about, people who we think don't really deserve to receive such a blessing, such a favor. And we kind of grumble deep down inside and say, like, you know, I deserve it far more and far better than the other guy. It should be mine. It now comes much more like a right than a privilege, doesn't it? And too often in life, we end up complaining, we end up uh, grumbling of some sort because we kind of have a long list of what we think we really deserve. It's as if God is obliged one with the other, and people around us is obliged one with the other. It's as if they all owe it to us. And these are the things that I deserve in life. And when that happens, it seems like an attitude of gratitude begins to just slip out of the picture. It seems like we're too burdened, we're too angry about the world, and say like, hey, all the good stuff goes to the wrong house. All the favor goes to the other person. When in fact, I'm the one who deserves it. Through this, there's just so much to be thankful for. There's just so much in life that it's worth acknowledging, but acknowledging it in the sense that we know we have it not because we deserve it, not because we're far better than anybody else. We have it because there's a good Lord who just wants us to enjoy out of His gracious hand all these blessings that we now have today. May it be relationships, may it be opportunities, may it be material blessings, may it be talents and abilities. Let's not be quick to find fault. Let's not be too quick to complain against other people. Let's not be too quick to hold account and says, this is what I don't have. This is what I deserve. Instead, let's be quick to have an attitude of gratitude. Just take account of what we have, trivial, little as it may be. And yet we say, Lord, wow, all this is from you. And I'm thankful. Take time now to just pause for a while and just reflect and say, like, what are the things that I ought to be thankful for? Who are the people who I have today and friendships that I am enjoying? They ought to be thankful. Perhaps you can just send them a note, an email, or just send them a postcard of some sort. Or just drop by their house and drop them a short and quick message, a quick hello, and just express your gratitude for whatever that you have and you enjoy with them and in this life with them. And I'm sure it's going to make a great difference in the way we respond through life and then just move onwards. And so I thank you for taking time to just join me in this journey I have of pursuing, of holding on to that which is really worth holding on to in life and just living it out with a heart of gratitude. So have a wonderful and a blessed day.